All right, so today we're going to explore a product and an idea that I had. So, if you've ever seen any video of me in the backyard, you've noticed, I'm sure, that I never weed eat. And the reason for that is because I absolutely hate it. Because every time you weed eat, it slings grass everywhere. You get grass all over you, all over your face, your arms. It's just a disaster. And I hate it. Currently, my weed eating schedule is usually about like once per year. If I feel real crazy, maybe twice per year. If I'm feeling just out of my mind, maybe 3 times per year. So I would like to be like a normal person and do the weed eating every time I mow. So what we're going to test out is the Power Rotary scissors. So I saw a video about these, and it's basically a head that you attach onto your weed eater, and then these blades spin like a set of scissors, so that way you can trim like a weed eater, but in theory it should just cut the grass and then that's it, instead of having a string that whips around and slings the grass all over the place. Here's my problem, and we're going to try to fix that today. So I use a Milwaukee, where it has all the different attachments, you know, the pole saw, weed eater, the hedge trimmer, all that stuff. Now, Milwaukee makes one of these that is already on a pole, and you just attach it, and there you go. The problem is, the Milwaukee version is $400. I'm not paying $400 to try something out that I might not even like. This is still crazy expensive. It's like $260 for this. You get this, you get a kit so you can adapt it to, you know, whatever. And then you have to have a pole. So what I'm going to do is I have a spare extension pole. And in theory, I should be able to take this end off and then just attach the pole to this. And then we should be good to go. And then for like basically $300, I have what I want instead of paying $400. So let's take this thing off and let's see if we can get this thing attached. We're going to try it out, and we're going to see if this thing is worth it. So, first thing we're going to do is hopefully just take this one bolt out of this and slide that off. Okay, that was easy peasy. Now, can we just... Looks like we gotta take that plastic bit off before it's gonna go in there. Aha! Look at that. I think I'm winning. Okay, so that piece comes out. Now, can we? Okay. This actually might go pretty easy. So now we got this little kit. Comes with all these little adapters so that we can go from whatever size shaft we have into that. And I'm going to guess that it's probably this one. Nope, not even close. Maybe this one? 7.7? Yeah. Just 7.7. That looks like it goes a little bit too deep. Just a little bit of grease. Be careful when you use this grease, because anybody that used grease knows that one little drop, if you get one little drop on your finger, you're going to find it behind your ears, in your eyes, in your nose, under your armpits. It's going to get everywhere. I'm going to be using a Red and Tacky multi-purpose high temperature grease. I'll just put some of that there. Put a little more on this thing. Probably not necessary, but whatever. Now we gotta make sure we line it up. Should go in this way. So it's a 5:30 seconds, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like we definitely need a shim or something. But let's just make sure it works first. Yeah, it works, but Jeez, is that loud. That is the most obnoxious thing I think I've ever heard in my life, besides your mom. Okay, so major downside right there. Screaming loud. All right, so let's just start here. Go up against the garage here. And as you can see, before, my feet and my socks, completely clean. Let's hope they stay that way. That's actually awesome. It cut it all the way up to the edge. Other than it being obnoxiously loud. So I think the secret here is you got to get close, but not too close. Because if you bump into the cinder block on the bottom, then it kind of like kicks back. And I also am running this on low. But look at that. That's actually pretty nice. And it seems like you can move pretty quick with it. Yeah. Look at that. That's clean. That's nice. I mean, that's better than a weed eater would have done. So let's go around like a pole. See how that does. So it doesn't get. So that's kind of a downside, is that it can't. Where it's a circle, it gets cut off here and here. That's not horrible. A weed eater would definitely get closer, but you'd get covered in grass. All right, let's go up against the fence. See what that does. Look at that. That is clean. I've got like a big, like tree roots popping up through the ground right here. So that was a little bit tough. I would argue that was faster than a weed eater. Let's go up against some stone. Look at that. See how quick that was? That's beautiful. The downside for some people, which if you were not like me and you actually like did this every single time you mowed, this wouldn't be a problem. But downside would be that it just simply cuts the grass like scissors and you're left with this. But obviously, if you keep up with it, you don't have that problem. Let's just go ahead, knock out this entire fence line and see how long that takes. And also, if you can see, my socks, my legs, completely clean. Well, we bogged down a little bit. Now, I do have this thing on low power. mean, hey, that took basically no time at all. Let's see how we did. Look at all these tree roots coming up. Look at that. That was like all just like one swipe. Okay. I mean, I think that's acceptable. That's beyond acceptable to me. The part that made that so difficult was those stupid things. There's like a bunch of these little like tree roots that pop up by the fence. But other than that, for one quick swipe, and there's another one of those tree root things right there. That's pretty good. And then also, still clean. Let's go around this pole. Look at that. Look how clean that is. I like this thing a lot. So another upside to this is it's extremely satisfying to use. Now, not that I would recommend this, but you could like cut your whole lawn with it just because it's so satisfying to use. So. All right, I think I've seen enough. Actually, I lied because I saw a video where somebody was edging with one of these. So we got to give that a try. Now, I'm not that great at this, but I'll give it a try. Is that not the crookedest line you've ever seen in your life? Okay, that maybe let's try somewhere else. All right, let's give this a try through here. Man, I don't like that at all. Can it be done? Sure, but here's the thing. I don't know that I would do it just because obviously these blades are spinning. And if you're digging these blades in the dirt, you're gonna dull these things out crazy fast. But you can do it. I mean, clearly I'm not the best at it. If you had somebody who was really, really, really good, I bet it would look really good. So here's my final thoughts. Is this worth it? Wow, I can already tell. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say I thought I damaged one of the blades already. Is this worth it for like $300-ish if you're buying, if you already have a weed, this is, like I said, I think it's $260, and then you have to buy a pole or already have a weed eater that you can sacrifice to run it. So for like $300-ish, if you buy an extension pole, is it worth it? I would say yes, especially if you're like me and you don't weed eat because the grass gets slung everywhere and you don't want to sling grass everywhere, then I would say yes, it's definitely worth it. The only two downsides that this thing has, I think this is a perfect replacement for a weed eater, other than it's so loud and obnoxious. I mean, it's like, it just squeals the whole time it runs. And it's probably twice as loud, maybe not twice as loud, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's definitely way louder than running a weed eater head, and it's heavy. The heavy's not really that big of a deal. Just, deal with it. If you have acres to weed eat, then maybe it would be a problem. But like if you're a normal homeowner, probably not going to be a problem. Other than that, those are the only two downsides. I think this is probably going to be my replacement for my weed eater. I don't think you'll ever see me running a weed eater again. As long as I can use this, I'll choose this over a weed eater every single time. So I give this thing an A+. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.